Hey, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantump. Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are all doing great so far, having a great week so far. We got a busy few days ahead of us because we have a video today about the Pokemon market, specifically the Celebrations market, which I'm very excited to give to you guys. And then tomorrow we are going to be streaming right here on this channel at 1 p.m. Central Time, so I hope you can make it out for that. We're going to be opening up booster backpacks, talking Pokemon, just kind of hanging out and chilling. And then on Thursday, we're going to have another video, so it's going to be back-to-back days. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then before we jump into today's video, I do want to remind everybody about our giveaway that we have going on right now. We are giving away a Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon Premium Collection box to one lucky winner. All you have to do to be entered is go watch the video that I posted a couple days ago going over master sets, specifically the Evolving Skies master set, but really master sets in general. Leave a like, leave a comment, and then make sure you're subscribed. We're going to choose a winner this upcoming Sunday, but make sure you go back and do that after this video is done, or at least pause this video and come back to it. With that being said, guys, we have spent a lot of time talking about the Pokemon market, and the Pokemon market is just something that is so interesting to me because it is so volatile. It does change so significantly, and we can see that going over graphs, going over data, going over all that stuff that we talk about on a regular basis. But over the past month and a half or so, things have really taken a downward spiral for a lot of Pokemon cards, and now things are really starting to level off, especially with Celebrations. And that's what I want to talk about right now, is whether or not you missed the boat, or whether or not you're in a position now where Celebrations is at its lowest point. A lot of that is going to be dependent on speculation of what is going to happen with future print runs involving Celebrations. So I'm going to give you a brief update on where we are. We knew that there was going to be 3 waves of Celebrations products that were released. Obviously, the Ultra Premium Collection is the one product that still is way above MSRP, but for the most part, Pokemon did a great job of supplying an ample amount of products when Celebrations released. This set was being scalped hardcore well ahead of release, up until release, and people were able to find a fair amount of product in Target, in Walmart, in Barnes & Noble. I don't know if that's still the case. I don't really shop for Pokemon cards in big box stores because I only really speak to distributors of LGSs. So I order Pokemon cards from a distributor. I don't have to worry about going to a big box store to find cards or anything like that. And my communication with distributors of LGSs is not going to be the same as what a hobby or as what a big box store will have with their distributors, because it's a completely different network. So you have to let me know in the comment section down below if you go to big box stores, if you still see Celebrations product readily available, if there's still Elite Trainer boxes or collection boxes or things like that. I can tell you, and we covered this recently in different videos, that there is starting to get to be a limited amount of product available for ordering when it comes to Celebrations products. And basically what that means is distributors start limiting LGSs to a maximum amount of what they might be able to order. So for example, a distributor might say, hey, you can order Celebrations Elite Trainer boxes at this price, but you can't order more than 20 of them. We're just kind of distributing them fairly until they are gone, and we are running low on them. We were promised 3 print waves of a lot of these different products from Celebrations. We have been dispensed all of those print waves already, and as of right now, we do not know what Pokemon's intent is to reprint or have more additional runs of Celebrations. Now, based on historical data and going back to what we remember from Generations, the 20th anniversary set, which I believe is a completely different ballgame, we could be looking at additional print runs, especially if demand is there. But as of right now, Celebrations is low at distribution, so that might be a reason why we start seeing these products climb up a little bit, and might be a reason why you might want to start looking at seriously considering buying Celebrations if you have not already. With that being said, I am going to turn you guys around, and one thing that I did want to point out to you guys quick is I started searching around a lot on what I could find involving product prices, and usually I don't offer competitors because we do run our own storefront online and things like that, but the cheapest Celebrations Elite Trainer boxes that I could find, and we try our best to keep our prices as low as possible. Right now, if you go to Safari Zone, which I'm sure a lot of you people have already used, they're selling Celebrations Elite Trainer boxes with a limit of 2 at $46.99. This is the only site that I've been able to find that had product below MSRP. When I start looking on eBay, it's $60, $65. A lot of other websites, for the most part, are anywhere between $50 $50 and $55. But you can see right here, $46.99. They also have just killer prices on a lot of other products. $80 for a Battle Styles booster box, $81 for Fusion Strike, $82 for Chilling Reign. I mean, you're looking at $8 off MSRP for the figure collection, $7, $6 off MSRP for the V-Union collection. So I just kind of want to throw that out there. It's tough because you don't want to necessarily offer competitors, but at the same time, the money is a big deal, right? Like, you want to make sure you're finding the best deal. So there is still opportunity out there for you to get product at a decent price if you're struggling to find it locally. So I just wanted to give a shout out to them and then let you guys know that information so that way you had that available. With that being said, here is the different chart, the different layout that I was talking about yesterday when I posted on YouTube, just a community post. I started doing things, at least for this video, a little differently. This took a lot more time, but I wanted to put the graphics in there. I wanted to use the line graph. I wanted to put in there the low point, and I wanted to put in there the high point so you can kind of see the trends. And these are all off of the last 3 months, right? This is the last 3 months. And it's very interesting data because if we look at the Pokemon market in general over the past 3 months, it's really like this, where we might get to a point where it's kind of like a horseshoe, right? Where we saw this giant decrease in pricing. A lot of people call it a crash. I've called it a crash before, but the middle of December, late November, we really saw a giant decrease in pricing when it came to a lot of products, not just sealed products, but singles as well. When we got dumped that mass amount of quantities of sealed product kind of in our laps of all these different waves that kind of hit us at the same time, it destroyed pricing. And now pricing is starting to rebound a little bit. Originally, I anticipated singles kind of dropping a little bit lower than where they hit as a low point. I actually thought that the Charizard from Celebrations would kind of bottom out around that $60 mark, but it looks like it actually bottomed out around $73. That's not to say that these prices are going to continue to rise, but it is to say it's time to start paying attention to it a little bit more closely, because if you are missing singles for your master set, now might be the time where you're like, hey, do I really want to risk it going down another $10? I'd rather just buy it now than spend another $10 a few months from now if we get to a point where they don't print as much. I do believe they are going to print more, but that's just my opinion. I don't know for sure, and I don't know how much they're going to print. I do think this is different than Generations. I think that a lot of supply was already available at the beginning for Celebrations. They allocated everything that they had, and now they have to go back to probably printing more, unless they're in a situation where they're like, hey, we're going to continue to supply Celebrations. We have a ton sitting back at the warehouse. That's just no information that we're going to be able to know. So we're just using what data we have available to make the best educated decision. That's all we can do, and that's why I'm trying to supply you with that data so you have it. If we look at the Charizard, right now it's settling at $84.46, which is about $11 higher than where it was just about a month ago. So if we look at the data here and the date, right around 12/16. This is really right. A lot of this stuff is right before Christmas, a week before Christmas, which is kind of surprising. But supply was so prevalent at that time. We were right around $73.11. So you can see this graph here really start to bottom out right around the middle of December. And now it's starting to peak back up a little bit. Same thing with Umbreon. It went all the way down to $29.96. Not a substantial decrease, but $4 is a much higher percentage point when you are talking about lower numbers like $33.40 compared to $29.96, which is its low point. Shining Magikarp, $20.53 was its low point. Now it's starting to creep up a little bit. Way better than where we were recently after release, but still not at its low point right now, starting to improve a little bit. The Mega Rayquaza actually did have a decent jump from $12.64 now up to $15.04, so it gained about $2.50 back. Same thing with the Mewtwo EX. You can see here it did drop substantially at the end of November and then started to climb a little bit, saw a little bit of a dip again, then it went up, and now it's down a little bit and starting to climb upwards. The thing to focus on is all of these singles, all of them are starting to trend upwards a little bit, and that's a lot of that's the case for a lot of Celebrations product and a lot of Pokemon product in general. The Gardevoir EX was down to $8.91. Now it's creeped back up to $10.19. I'm not telling you these couple dollars are going to break the bank, but I am telling you that things are moving in the right direction, and that's why I want people to start paying attention to it, because I think it is a big deal and something to take note of. We could be back in the situation, Brilliant Stars comes out, we get another round of waves of everything, these prices could decrease dramatically again. I don't know for sure, but I think it's worth noting that we're starting to see some increases. Xerneas EX was down to 765, now it's at 909. The Tapu Lele GX was down to 854, not a huge gain, only 75 cents of it back. Same thing with Blastoise. Blastoise was down to $5.91. You could scoop them up for about $5. Now its market price has settled to about $6.21. Not much of a gain at all. This is probably the lowest one out of all of them. The Mew EX went, I don't even have the numbers for those. Okay, the Mew EX is at $5.98 right now, but you can see it was down to about $4.50 or so at one point. Same thing with the Birthday Pikachu, starting to trend upwards in the right direction, and Reshiram is also starting to trend upwards. It actually shrunk all the way down to about $3.50 at one point in the middle of December, so now it's up a couple dollars. If we look at the Zekrom, it went down to $4.48 at one point in the middle of December. Now it's up to $5.24, and even the Venusaur is above $5 now from its low point of $4.79. Finally, the Luxray, $1.98 was its low point, and now $3.27, again trending in the right direction. I am surprised that the two main of the three starters, so Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, the Charizard is starting to climb again, but the Venusaur and Blastoise for the most part are staying fairly level, and I think that just goes to show you how strong those pull rates are on the set. If we look at booster packs, it was all the way down to $4.48. Now it's up to $5.35, so it is trending in the upward direction again. The Mew, the Gold Mew from the Celebrations normal set, is up about $6, a little more than that. It was all the way down to $44.29. Now it's at $50.68, and real slow gains for the Elite Trainer box that went all the way down to $55.03 for a market price. Now it's at $58.23. I do expect it to stay right around there for quite some time. I don't think we're going to see giant gains from any of these at any point, but a penny saved is a penny earned, so buying something for $1 cheaper now than a month from now when it's $1 more expensive is obviously something it's important to any collector. So I wanted to throw that information out there, and we're going to talk about the market quite a bit before Brilliant Stars comes out and start analyzing really some of these areas that are starting to go back up a little bit, what the graphs look like, what the curves look like, because I do think that that's a really big deal, because it shows a lot about popularity of the game, especially moving into the competitive season. There's a lot of people who were concerned about what was going to happen when Pokemon started falling off again, when supply started being relevant all over the place. There started being a lot more supply, and we're seeing a point where there was a lot more supply, but it does seem like the demand is still somewhat there. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this kind of continue to go in a horseshoe pattern. And this is a very, very early snapshot look at it. Obviously, this graph could change, and it could just be in a little bump in the road where things jump up a little bit and then they go back down, and you could start seeing that for a while until that horseshoe starts leveling out, or until that horseshoe actually starts happening. But food for thought. I wanted to give that data out there so at least you guys had it and can make your own decisions about what you wanted to do with your purchases and how close you wanted to pay attention to the Pokemon market, especially with a lot of those singles kind of, in my opinion, starting to get to their lowest point, not just in Celebrations, but really in other sets as well. So with that being said, guys, please leave a comment and a like down below. It goes so far for the algorithm. It really helps spread the video, suggest the video, so it's a really big deal, as well as subscribing and recommending the channel to your friends. I really appreciate you guys so much, so thank you for everything that you do. Until tomorrow, guys, I hope to see you at the live stream. I'll see you then. Peace.